Alright, here's the last of it. Episode 15.
Dad, no picking fights. We just had a small errand run and...
Into a giant hell pit that you snuck into without telling me.
Hell pit has such pejorative connotations. I'm sure its denizens prefer netherworld excavation.
No, you are not wheedling out of this one. We agreed.
No, Dad, you agreed. And what do you expect me to do? In the course of my lifetime, you have protected me from polyester.
They have those carcinogens that leach into your skin.
Swimming holes.
The amoeba that eat your brains.
And my class trip to Clownville.
That place is a cultural Chernobyl.
Okay.
We're not talking about you eating candy corn for dinner, which
That
you
was
definitely also
founded.
should never do. But we're talking about you crawling into a pit where an evil god who has tried to kill you twice has been camped out with her vampire army.
Okay, yeah, when you put it that way, it sounds kind of bad. But I wasn't alone. Laughing Karma with me.
Oh, great. The revenge-obsessed vampire and the lab junkie with the self-preservation instincts of a lemming. I feel much better.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean that personally, obviously.
No, it's totally accurate.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support, guys.
What do you think this evil god is going to do when she finds out you stole her sword? This is exactly why they kill the parents off in those stories, I swear. Because if those poor slobs had to watch what their children actually do, they'd go mad, all right?
Dad,
Do you think about what you did? How close you came to hurting yourself?
I'm sorry.
Daddy
I'm not trying to make you worry. I don't want you to be so scared for me all the
It's
time.
too late. When I think about what could have happened to you.
Dad, you can't stop things from happening to me. Life happens.
Oh.
And if the Dean ends the world, it doesn't matter if you lock me in the tallest tower or the deepest nuclear bunker. Sometimes there is no safe unless you fight back.
I wish you hadn't gotten so smart to figure that one out.
Oh.
Okay. But you need to tell me, all right? And you need to let me help. I called Dad on that one.
Okay. We'll find you some dad-sized adventures. Okay, so less adventure, more Rubik's Cube. We need to figure out what the third talisman is.
We've got 2 out of 4. The book calls the third talisman the chalice, but it also called the book the word and the sword the blood.
So it might not be literal. It could be sacred wine, or a favorite mug, or a bong, like one of the board members had a secret mystical hookah. Not that I would know what a hookah is. It's like some kind of gourd, right?
So the book led us to the sword, so maybe there's some sort of clue on it, like if we spill blood on it or put it in the fire, like...
The One Ring of Sauron? Are we seriously pulling our experimental procedures from Middle-earth?
Okay.
These.
Oh my god, so great. I don't know, I feel like holding a lighter under it. They're being very gentle with it. Oh my god. What about the blood? Spill blood on it.
Nothing. We spent the last 3 days burning, freezing, and psychoanalyzing that hunk of evil, and all we've got to show for it are burnt fingers. Seriously, Betty, if you have any idea about how to get this thing to spill its talisman beans...
You really want to feed that ego any more than you already have?
Too much help us, Betty-Wan Kenobi?
Aww.
It's hard not to be impressed. When I knew Betty, she was a hot mess, barely passing poli-sci. Now she's gearing up for her second year at Princeton, summa cum laude, VP of the debate team, and nationally ranked as a fencer.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she's learning dead languages in her spare time. I mean, I barely made it through second term.
Because you survived second term.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, if you're being
You
great
can't
on science,
compare yourself to others, Laura.
Still nice to have someone to talk to, you know?
Why, you can't talk to young Holtzman? Or your dad? Or me?
Young Holtzman. Ah!
Of course I can talk to you. It's just... With Betty, I don't have to worry about stepping in 5 different types of history before I finish my sentence.
Aww.
Or that I'll be selfish and kiss her and clear violations of the Friends guidelines.
Oh boy.
Oh, I didn't mind, really.
Me either.
You deserve better. And you were right. I can talk about being a realist all I want, but I have no idea how to do this.
Yeah, you're not doing so bad. I mean, last I checked, we've got 2 talismans already.
Yeah, I guess we do. Now, if we only had any idea
She's
about where to
really
start
about the
looking for
denim and
sword.
the vest.
Sweetie, you noticed that your evil sword had some dirt on it?
That would probably be giant anglerfish goo.
Of course it would. So I polished it up, and it turns out there's something written on it.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, that's more Sumerian. Carm, can you translate?
Yeah, that one's necklace, and I think that one's secret.
So it's some kind of secret necklace? Did one of the board members have a secret necklace?
Maddie did.
It wasn't a secret. Because it hid one. Maddie's locket.
Yep. And it's gone because Maddie poofed and took
Had.
it.
And then I lost it.
Wow. Maddie better come back. She gotta know. So 16.
Hey, Betty. So I've detected a theme amongst the talismans. It's items loaded with personal baggage likely to get you killed obtaining them.
Well, that's
I'd have preferred potent potables, but
usually,
can hardly
you
wait
know,
to figure out the fourth one is.
talismans are pretty...
Maddie's locket. But wasn't that her own
Important.
super secret life-extending thingamajig?
No, the spell that made Maddie unkillable was on the piece of her heart inside. The locket was something else. I think she acquired it after Mother maneuvered her onto the board. I guess whatever the board was 1,000 years before there was a university.
Will it still work if it's all busted up?
Well, I'm not sure that matters if we don't know where it is.
And you haven't seen it since...
No, I took it off and the next day it was gone. I mean, maybe Red Sonja knew it was a talisman when she came over to steal the book, or maybe the library shuffled it off somewhere. Hey, I'm not the one smacking people with books and writing messages in blood, buddy.
Okay, maybe let's not antagonize a sentient building. Although, if it did stash it away for safekeeping, now would be a really great time to give it back.
A sentient
Nope.
building. That's just great.
Sorry, by the way. I know it's all you had left of her.
Oh.
I know that's my fault, too.
That's okay. She's gonna poof soon.
No, it was a lot of people's faults. Lauren's, yours, mine, Maddie's. I mean, she'd have been the first to tell you. She would have killed everyone on campus that got in her way.
You still miss her, though.
Yeah. Well, love is like that.
Maybe we're coming at this from the wrong way.
What do you mean?
Well, Maddie, she'd never bother with all this scrambling around to find talismans.
Well, the talismans were how the board controlled the dean.
Yeah, but before the boards, there were the people that made them. The ones who stopped the dean in the first place.
Yeah, but we're not talking about people. We're talking about gods.
Gods who put an awful lot of effort into keeping the dean from opening the gate.
Oh.
What do you bet they're not thrilled about what she's up to now? But before we had a chance to really get our blasphemy on, we were saved by the bell. If by bell you mean mind-splitting feedback, because JP needed the floor.
So sorry to interrupt, but I fear I have to risk. Explain to me why I shouldn't let my darling, deadly girl peel you like a grape.
Why am I taking all the heat for losing the sword?
Because you were the one being a corporate creep when Team Fangless stole it. I say I try the Zeta toss. See if I can hit the middle of the 5th seal from 100 feet up.
Fifth seal?
Golly.
Have they already unearthed it?
I'm afraid so. Time is shorter than we think.
That's enough. You never let me do anything. Don't kill the weasel who stabbed you. Don't tear the head off your precious Carmilla.
Don't forget yourself, girl.
Oh boy.
I raised you from the dust when no one cared about you. Not your school, not your so-called friends.
Okay.
They used you up and spit you out. Did sweet little Laura even shed a tear before giving up your school for her precious Carmilla? Besides, their time is coming. I may not be able to breach the library quite yet, but after the fifth seal is open, well, keep an eye on things. I have to prepare for the ritual.
Ay, ay.
And put the boy down. He's of no use without a windpipe.
Ritual? Is that how they're opening the seals?
Yes. I'm starting to suspect some kind of sacrifice is involved.
Oh boy.
D-Bear? I care that you were dead. And not just saying that so you'll stop chowing down on me like I'm a cursed Slurpee. I could see how much you wanted everybody to be, like, safe.
Aww.
And Laura totally cried. You were like her hero. You were everybody's...
So thanks to JP, we not only have terrifying insight into how badly the Dean has messed up Danny, but also the totally not bone-chilling revelation that she'll be opening the fifth seal ASAP and coming for us next. Which means it's time to start looking outside of the box.
Still up to summoning a bloodthirsty pagan god?
We've got 3 candidates. Enki, the god of knowledge, Hoster, the shepherd of men, and Erishkigal, the queen of the underworld. I'm thinking she's our best bet. She's
I don't
the
know
Dean's sister,
about this.
or reflection, or both. And the locket is hers, what with the book belonging to Enki and the sword to Hoster. And it's her turf the Dean is looking to take over.
I don't know if
Okay.
summoning another god is such a good
bloodthirsty
idea.
pagan god when you can go full on death goddess.
Thinking the reason that we're always in over our heads is that we keep on picking fights that are over our heads. The Dean has some supernatural nemesis who might want to help. Why not give that a try?
That's very dangerous.
Well, would you look at that? Laura Hollis, chess master.
Look at us. Making plans, strategizing, comrades working shoulder to shoulder.
Oh,
with no
boy.
desperate kissing or lusty sexual undertones.
Wrong.
No awkwardness, just good old-fashioned platonic buddies.
Ugh. I hate it.
Yeah. So, oops.
Oops. Slipped a little. Oh, man. All right, deep breaths. Episode 17.
Hey, Betty. That was definitely not supposed to happen. It's just... She was being all supportive and... stupid... sexy vampire... Stupid... desperate hormones.
Oh.
It was just a slip, right?
Oh.
One-time thing. Because we are grown-ups.
Yep.
And grown-ups don't just fling history and caution and all this stationery on top of their desks to the wind. Grown-ups control their hormones. They do not control us.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Hey.
boy.
I was thinking about doing a coffee run. Do you want anything?
Yeah, coffee sounds great and totally normal. I really like coffee, buddy.
Yeah, I'm getting you decaf.
I'm doomed.
Oh, man. Aren't we all?
Hey, Betty. I thought you couldn't get through the communications block most of the time.
Sometimes I just say that so I can screen your calls. Because, and I can't stress this enough, having to listen to you describe your dysfunctional sexcapades with puss and biker boots makes me want to punch out my eardrums.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Also,
Focus up. The
How
dean
did
is
Betty get
already
her
onto the
number?
fifth gate, and you need 2 more Horcruxes, Hollis.
Yeah, about that.
All right, let's say I admit hypothetically that our best chance at getting the locket is summoning up the Dean's underworld nemesis. How do we even know she has it? And how are we going to get her here? And then when she's here, do we even think she'll give us the locket? I mean, she's the Dean's sister. How do we know she's even on our side?
thank you,
The locket
Laugh.
is hers, and she made it to trap the Dean to begin with. Not to mention that she apparently knows everything the dead will ever know, which sounds like some sort of clairvoyance, which might even include the 4th talisman. So my vote is that we give one of the invocations in the Book of Lives the good old Silas try. Like, see, here, we could use the essence of the Death Lady to draw a circle and then contain her.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to kill anyone if you're all incorporeal and trapped.
Okay, so we make a circle, summon up this Ereshkigal, and then what? Convince her to give us a locket on her shared burning hatred for the Dean?
Well, we've done stupider things.
Although, we didn't have to run those plans by my father.
You haven't run any of the plans by your father. Oh.
Into the bag, Dad. Just keep breathing into the bag. And now a quick recipe for Death God summoning. You will need half a cup of desiccated spiders, of course. Why couldn't they just use powdered sugar? What would be wrong with a little
that would be
powdered sugar
hard
flakes?
in an old building.
3 half a cup.
Okay, I think that's good.
Bloodstone? Yeah, give it a bloodstone.
Definitely more than half a cup.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, and now pour the rest of it also into this golden mixer paste.
Oh man. What's the white stuff?
All right, here goes some witchcraft.
Oh boy.
So, hi, Queen of Death. We were thinking we'd invoke you by the names of the Queen of the Earth, she who guards the gates and knows the names of all the dead. We bind you and command you. Stand before us now. Read, please. I mean, she has to show up eventually, right?
I don't know, I feel like you should maybe try it again. Say, you know, be a little bit more forceful. We command you! Oh! Poofy poof!
Ooh. Who are we waiting for?
Ah! Woo! Act 1. Really great. I have to wait, what, 2 weeks for Act 2? Oh, man.